Hello everybody. Today is the 6th video and we will be combining all the previous features discussed and adding firing and melee. So you'll have a pretty well-rounded experience with all the major features of the game. And to start out with, I want to move over to the settings drop down here because I want to add sound effects. When you're firing and moving, you'll have sound effects involved, and it's pretty good. I'd like you to experience that. There's also music, but I'm not going to add the music because it would interfere with my dialogue. Now to start moving here, we're going to double click on the units that we're going to move, starting in with the 2nd U.S. sharpshooters once again. We're going to go fast mode here, so as we do that, we take opportunity fire. They stop when they are taking that fire, so then you have to recommence the movement once again. We're going to get in as close as possible, and I think that's as close as we can go because now you see that the movement is 0. We'll move in these other units behind to provide infantry support as quickly as we can so that we can get in close to the enemy and eventually demonstrate the melee. So here we go, they're all stacked up, ready to go, moving towards the Confederate line. Now to fire, we're going to select the first unit to fire. The sharpshooters are in range because they have a range of 4. The Confederates are only 2 hexes away. If you right click, you'll see what they're using to fire with. It's a breech loading weapon. And now we're going to go into the fire mode. This is the bottom button here in the green, and you see move/fire, so we select it. The crosshairs will now show up. I can select which units I want to fire upon. I will fire upon this stack here where you see the crosshairs. There's actually 3 regiments in that hex, so because there's more than one, I have to select the one that I'm actually firing at. We're going to select the 1st Tennessee, and we fire upon them and inflict only 1 casualty. In return, opportunity fire on the sharpshooters inflict 13 casualties from the Confederate artillery. Those are the only units I have in range of firing, and there's no melee. I am simply going to go to the next turn. Because it's the first turn, I have to select the save game feature. Goes to the melee. There is no melee now, so I'm going to skip that. Go to the Confederate turn. Let's use the Confederates for a moment here. I'm going to fire these 3 regiments all at one time. I have them all selected. You could fire them one at a time if you wanted to. Just unselect the ones you don't want to fire with. Because there's only 1 regiment, there's no selection. They just automatically fire at the 2nd U.S. sharpshooters. And they inflict 11 casualties. Take this artillery and fire upon the sharpshooters, and they inflict 8 more casualties. Now, we could fire more units, but we're going to skip that and go to the next phase. So the next phase will be going to the Confederate melee. There is no Confederate melee, so we will skip that. Now we're back with the Union turn here. So we're going to move in as close as we can to initiate a melee. And let's see here. I guess we're going to go down to this bottom hex here, and we're going to move out the sharpshooters since they're disrupted and cannot melee. We'll move this infantry stack all at once, select them all, drag the cursor. Oh, they're going to take opportunity fire here, and we'll just move in 1 hex at a time. Okay, now we're in close enough to fire. We won't bother firing right now. I've already shown you that. We're going to go directly to the melee. So I have to select all the units, hold the left button down, and drag it to the square you want to melee. And, oh, wait a minute, we have to be in melee phase. Okay, so we go to melee phase now. So, repeat, select everybody, drag to the artillery. You see the odds there, and hit OK. They'll be taking opportunity fire before the melee. Now we go to resolve melee by using the button or Control P, and we'll press on it, and now you can see that we have succeeded, and now you just repeat as many times as you can. Have a great day, and thanks for playing Campaign Petersburg.